Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Christine of Twinkle Plans Her Day, and today is my budget review day. I will be reviewing my budget for March of 2022. I don't think I'll do this on camera every single month, but I think once in a while it's good to do it in front of a camera. I like to do it usually on my own. But today I'm going to go through it with you and show you because I had a lot of questions. I did a reel about using Mildliners, using Mildliners for your finances, for tracking your finances, and I got a lot of questions. So I decided to do a video for you guys for that. So I'm going to be using today the Refresh Mild set. These are these colors over here. I'm going to use no stickers. It's just going to be a pen situation. Okay, the first thing I do is I take my mobile app. I'm with Chase, so I go to the Chase mobile app and it automatically categorizes all my spending for the month. So I have exactly how much I've spent in travel, in groceries, in food and drink, in bills, and in shopping. You can also add or edit any kind of other categories you want to do. It's really cool. It does it for you. It even puts it in a chart for you if you want to. And I'll be doing that on this blank sheet of paper. I also track my groceries, and this I've done already for January, so I'm just going to add March. So I have my grocery spending here. I headed it with some Mildliners on the, I don't know which one is the X and which one is the Y axis, but on the bottom here I put the months of the year, January, February, March, and just there. Then I have my baseline. I would really like to spend only $500 a month on groceries. It's usually more than that. And by groceries, I mean all cleaning products and other things that I buy at the grocery store. It's not just food, but that's why it's so high. And we're only two. It's amazing how much money we spend on groceries. I usually go over. This month, I stayed at 500. So I'm going to be coloring that right now. Just filling in the bar. And at the end of the month, you have a nice little highlight of the year. But I'm just going to highlight that right now. And again, I just went to my mobile app and it told me how much I spent on groceries. And it does it automatically. It seems to know that, if you go to ShopRite, whatever, that it's groceries. So it puts it in that category for me, and there's no thinking or math involved. So there's March is done. I'm just going to erase the pencil marks. Okay. Putting that aside, that's done for now. Then I also chart our stocks and investments. I covered it with Post-its to keep my privacy, but beginning of every month, I ask my husband what the numbers are, and I already charted the numbers for the 1st of April. So I always do it the 1st of the month. So I'm going to do like the 1st of April, and I'm going to use a ruler for this. So I'm going to add, it went down a little bit. So I have 3 different stocks here, 3 different categories of stocks. And they all went down. Well, one stayed the same, basically. But you know how the market is. It's going down. So I'm not surprised. My husband manages it, so I don't really have to look at it every day like he does. But I like to be aware of what's going on. So I'm charting it. And I'm keeping the same. Here we go. Down here. And then I'll be done with that. And then I can do my overview for March. Again, these kind of pages are super simple to set up. Just put the header. You can categorize using different colors for different, I have 3 different categories of stock. So I put them here. And then I put the months of the year because I wanted to track it yearly. And then you can just put how much money on this side. And you're good to go. So that's done. Putting that aside. And now I'm going to work on March for the overview of March. So the first thing I'm going to do, I take 2 cups. You can use a compass, but I have my Dunkin' Donuts cup and my little cup. And I use the same kind of chart every month for this. I'll show you a finished one. Do I have a finished one somewhere here? Or do I have to go through all my stuff? I don't seem to have them. Well, you'll see it when it's finished anyway. Actually, what I'm going to do first before that, I'm going to start the header. I'm going to just make it pretty and make everything match by using those same lines And I think I'm going to write like March over here. Like that. And I'm just going to have lines going this way so everything kind of matches. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. You can see this is just for aesthetic reasons, nothing more. Just keeping it pretty. I guess I can use stickers, but you know what? I'm lazy. I don't feel like looking for where my budget stickers are right now. I had to do a little bit of moving things around. It's a long story, but we're selling our house and I had to put all the clutter away when the broker came to look and assess. So now I don't know where all my sticker books are. I have most of them, but the budget ones are nowhere to be found. So then I'm going to use the last color to write out the word March. I'm not one to go slowly at all when I letter. It's bad. Okay, and then I should wait a little bit before erasing, but I have no patience. And yay, it didn't smear. I was afraid it would smear a little bit, but we're okay. All right, so now I have all my numbers. I charted all my numbers so I know what they are. So I'm gonna make my little chart. I'm making two concentric circles using 2 different cups. I'm just doing it the old fashioned way. You could use a compass, that'd be great. I just don't happen to have one right now. Let's see. So I'm just tracing one. And I'm gonna do a circle inside with a smaller cup and try to get it in the middle exactly. In the middle, I'm not sure. It doesn't look like doesn't look good at all. Maybe I'll try to fix it. Yeah, they don't look good. That's not good at all. At all. I may just have to wing it. Like, I think it might be easier just to draw it out. I'm going to keep the outside circle. Actually, that's not good. I really should have. I'm going to try this again. Maybe this is not a real circle. Like, I'm using the same cup from like months and months, and I just think it's losing its form. And I know I have a compass somewhere, but I'm just too lazy to go look for it. I just don't have that kind of time. So here it is at the end. That's much better. Okay, I got it. Much better. Then I'm going to write spending summary here. Because that's what this is charting. And then I'm going to put the total balance as of April 1st, and I'll put that number there. And then I have on the bottom, I'm going to do a little note section. So I always like to journal a little bit on the bottom. Write some notes specific to the month. And then I write my income. You would think my income would be the same every month, but it's not. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 should be good. So that's going to be for the month of January, February, March. So this is January. Then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I do 6 or 7? Yeah, 7 squares for each month. There's February, and this is March. I should maybe, you know what, I'm going to redo that. It's not really even. All right, so that's the line where I'm going to chart my income. And I'm actually going to write income here. So I have, and do it once. But no, not me. I do not like measuring. Okay, so I'm going to start with I want it to end here, so I'm going to start here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boxes, and this will be March. So that's the income for March. I'm going to chart that. Then I'm going to chart, let's do it around here. This is going to be February. I always do the couple months before. All right, so this is January. All right, all that you could barely see because it was in pencil, but it will come clear. Where's my pen? Here, I'm going to start. I'm going to write, do all that's in black here. So this line is black, and I'm going to write notes. It's my notes section where I write extenuating circumstances that explains some, for example, this month I had a lot of travel expenses because of Go Wild, and I'll just write down here why, you know? And then, so I think my circle, I'm trying to look for the sample that I did before. I could show you, but can't find it. I'm going to write this whole thing. It's going to be in black, and that's going to be tough to do well. I'm just going to go gently and slowly around my pencil marks. You know what I should also be doing? I don't have any, I'm not really doing a lot of, I'm doing a lot, blah, blah, blah. I'm not doing any savings tracking right now. But I should, perhaps maybe I'll do another video about how to do a savings tracker. There are so many different ways to do it. And I love savings trackers. But I'm not really saving for anything right now. In particular, I'm just obviously want to save. But I've already saved for this summer. So I have that down. Because life has been good. All right. That's about the best I'm going to do. Then I'm going to chart down. This is how much money I've spent. And then I'm going to put it in different categories. So the first thing was 40%. So I'm going to do that. And that was travel. And I'm going to put the numbers in later. A little embarrassing how much I spent. And then, let me check my groceries. Here's my list of groceries. Here we go. About here. Then the next category was food and drink. That's like basically going out. I went out a lot this month, in March. And then I have bills. I like to have a visual representation of where my money goes. And this was shopping, but you can do whatever categories you want. Oh, there was this too. Here, this was shopping. I didn't do too much. And then health and fitness. Or health and well-being, I'll put. And wellness. Health and wellness. There we go. And then other. Like miscellaneous small things. Sometimes I put cars, or sometimes I'll put the category, but that just, I think, went into travel. All right. And then I'm going to color in each category in a different, I'm wondering if I should use, do I need brush pens? I think I'm going to use the brush pens of these colors to color in here. First, I'm going to write in spending summary in using this color, using the fine tip. I'm going to write out very carefully spending summary. And then total. Oh, I should have written that in black, actually. But anyway, all right. So I'm going to get out my brush pens. here's the whole collection. Oops. And I'm going to take out the brush pen for each color, which I think it's this one. Yeah. All right, so the first category is travel, so I'm just going to color it in. And I think when you color in these kind of like close, how do you say? When you're coloring in these enclosed spaces, like it's not just one line, they're like curved and stuff, it's so much easier to do it with a brush. There we go. Did a lot of traveling. So there we go. I don't know if you can hear my cat in the background, but she's there. Then for groceries, oops, I wanted to do, this goes back here. Okay, so you guys know that I can't do a video without at some point doing a voiceover and speeding up the camera. So this is the moment. I didn't want to bore you guys. I'm just coloring in the different categories, not a big deal at all, and trying to match the brush pens with the actual Mildliner, because sometimes it's a little tricky. The colors sometimes really are similar, like some of the yellows and the greens and the oranges really are similar. So I just wanted to make sure I had the exact shade in the right brush pen. And I'm just coloring it, and I cut some of it out because it was getting redundant. So here I am finishing up with the last category. I did have to repeat some colors. That was a little annoying. I just had too many categories. What else can you do? All right, so I'm going to take, again, this brush pen and chart out January. Let's see. Actually, this part I should have done with the regular Mildliner because it's just straight and probably would have been easier to do with the regular Mildliner. Ugh. So inside I'm going to write down how much income I had for January. I'm going to write January. I'm going to write income. That I could have done in that color, I guess. And then February, let's do that. And then March. So I get a nice little overview. How much more I made in February. Here we go, it was like this. And then March was a lot more. And I'll write the numbers inside. All right. This should go here. So I think I'm going to use this color. Yeah, much better to use the regular Mildliners for this charting part of it because it's easy to make a straight line. I have to erase these pencil marks. Very distracting. It's hard to erase pencil marks after you've highlighted it, unfortunately. If you have any pooling, which you don't really with this color, you just tap it and it goes away for the most part. All right, so then I feel like you can't really see this as much as I'd like. All right, then I'm going to do the orange, or let's just do pink here for March. First, I'm going to erase it because Here we go. Okay. All right, so guys, I think that's it for, I'm just gonna fit in after I take out all the pencil marks and finish this video. I'm gonna fill in the numbers, and my page will be done. So I've got my grocery spending, my stocks and investment chart done, and at the end of the year, this will all be filled in and look nice and pretty. And I'll have a nice overview of the year. And then I have one of these pretty much for every month. And there you go. That's how I chart my finances pretty much every month. Thank you so much for watching. You can always, if you have any questions, just comment down below and I should get back to you pretty quickly. Everybody have a great week. See you soon. Thanks for watching. And catch me on Instagram at Twinkle Plans Her Day. Thanks.